was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What? 60 or.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsay. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
51 on the mic, boy, 51.
Ready? 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Yellow.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. And
he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds Beckham complete. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards, and the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch, because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front, but if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
Mahomes firing complete, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On second down, it's Hunt. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
49 to Mike. 49 to Charlie. Game situation. Let's go. Mike's 49. Yellow. Hey, man.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. It's caught by OBJ. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here we go. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Check back.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. It's caught. Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little leaguer there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Again, it's Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This is the tight end fan. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, LA. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Here we go. Kill.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, orbit.
From midfield, here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Set 90 Wolf. X3 218 chopper.
SOS.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Mahomes now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Motion, motion, motion. Reset. Hey, Ribley. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Tackles. Check. Lucky.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. 15 line. Hey, Charlie.
Here we go again. Hey, Mike 52. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Clock now on 1st down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A pass there complete to Sutton. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. He finds his target, Beckham. Gets out of a little bit of trouble there with a shifty move. He'll take it up past the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Quick edge. Come. Safe.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. A very solid gain of 27. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, he's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. 36 yards on the play. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson as the first half is winding down. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll get this one to cut complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Mahomes now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Watch the
Hey, 57, color, 57, color.
On 2nd and 15 now, Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
check 3, check 3.
Attack.
Shoot.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence. And he
is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a second time for 6 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Clock now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Give me that ball, defense.
Bravo.
Big trip.
Block off a play action. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. Here we go with Michelle. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20. Right?
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. To throw again on second down. Lock, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel, but now it'll be third down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
First down, Denver.
Lock now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Play action. Now it's Lock. He completes this to Sutton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with third and 6.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
On third down, Lock. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Hey, Alpha.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Block working out of the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Big hold to the 30. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that in this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
43.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rip right. Check.
Here's Henderson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Bravo!
Mahomes going to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
Yellow.
Check, 43. Get your swerve on.
They run again with Hunt. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Rams, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.